Episode 3378, Find Strength in Exhaustion.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy other day. I hope you're having a fabulous end to your week. Oh yes, it's already Inspiration Day and we are on the blink of having the weekend here. Yes, are you excited? Well, I am, but maybe you're also tired. Find strength in exhaustion. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. You know, it's very interesting. I think about how busy we all are. So much to do. And just the weight of responsibilities can feel so overwhelming, and the fatigue can seep into every crevice of our beings. And in those moments when it seems like the world is moving 1,000,000 miles an hour, find strength in exhaustion. Oh yes, even in the hustle and bustle of your busy life. It's not uncommon to hit that wall of exhaustion that makes everything seem insurmountable, barely able to lift a finger, let alone it's just like zapping your motivation and leaving you feeling stagnant. It's like, am I dead? Because dead is not fun. Yet it's during these times of deep fatigue and weariness that our true resilience shines through. Now you're probably saying, Christiane, if I was dead, I would not be listening to you. That's true. That's 100% truth. But I want to put a different spin on this because I do think we all are living such crazy lives. So many things are coming at us, so much information, stuff that we can control, by the way, meaning turn off your technology. Oh, don't turn me off yet, just saying. But we can silence that part, but we can't silence our responsibilities. It's hard to silence those passions within us. It's hard to silence what is expected of us, yet we still have to move forward when we feel like we're drowning. How can you swim upstream if you're drowning? It's kind of hard to, right? But I'm telling you, in these deep fatigue moments where, you know, it's not just a day or two. I'm talking about like you're exhausted from a week, or you've experienced a situation or circumstance that it's just dreadful, horrific in some cases. And you're like, how did I get here? How did I find myself here? That is where true resilience shines through. It's easy to keep going when the sun is shining, right? And the wind is at your back. It's like, yeah, no big deal. But it's during the storms of exhaustion that your grit and determination are truly tested. When every step feels like a herculean effort, when even a simple smile feels like a heavy burden, it's important to remember that this too shall pass. You can find strength in exhaustion. And when you're in the middle of it, that's where it shows up. But you also have to understand where it comes from. And a lot of it, yes, in my opinion, comes from our faith, what we believe, because our beliefs become our truth. And it's in moments of this deep fatigue that we discover our reservoirs of inner strength that we never knew we had. Yeah, faith comes in. And all of a sudden it's like, gosh, I feel like Mr. Incredible or Mrs. Incredible. It's when we feel like we're drowning that we learn to swim, right? How do you learn to swim upstream when you're drowning, right? You do it. Somehow you find the log or a rock. You find just this little point where you can rest your big toe that holds you up just enough to catch the next breath. How do you keep going when every fiber of your being screams for rest? And to the point where mentally you're done. Like you can't hold it together emotionally. You are just tired. You're like, I can't be the rock anymore. But you know you have to be that rock. Instead of looking at the mountain of responsibilities ahead, focus on taking one step at a time, right? One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. And when you break down your tasks into smaller, more achievable goals, you'll find that seemingly impossible becomes possible. And don't forget to see when you're running on empty. You can't get anywhere if you don't have fuel. you got to take the care of the engine, right? Means you got to take care of your body. And sometimes we forget that part until we crash ourselves. I know back in the olden days, that's what I would do. Oh, I would burn the candle at both ends. I was involved in so much, everything from stuff with my parents, to the church, to volunteering in the community, to being in a professional band and traveling, to taking lessons to better myself, to, you name it. Like, I was all over the place. I would get up and I would be at school by 6:30 every morning. Crazy. 7 was late, but 6:30 every morning. And we would have practices. And then I wouldn't leave sometimes until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. That's called a little bit crazy. Yeah, it is. It's also called being driven. It's also called that you are putting a lot of weight on your own shoulders. Sometimes we just have to realize that, okay, yeah, we may want to do all of this, but we've got to be careful. We break too. And I was a really healthy gal. But man, when I was burning the candle at both ends, what do you think happened? Eventually, one flame was extinguished and I found myself sick. The body says, I can take no more. The mind is like, you're about ready. You can't do this. You've got to take care of who you are. Mind, body, and spirit. And in order to maintain that energy, right, and that motivation needed to keep you going, you can't run on empty. So you got to care for yourself. Love yourself right where you are. Don't expect more of yourself than what you think you really can handle. And if you can do more, great. And in all honesty, just ask for help or forgiveness. Say, you know what? I know I said yes to this, but it is not working in my schedule any longer. And so I have to say no now. Everybody has their breaking points. Don't break until you find your point. Right? Whether it's about taking that hot bath and taking care of yourself, whether it's reading, maybe it's just turning on an app. Now, I know I talked about getting yourself away from technology, but sometimes there is some great technology out there, like your calmness apps that allow you just to rest and simply breathe. Simply breathe. Because when you feel your own breath, you're like, oh. That's what I do when I go to bed at night. I literally take 3 deep cleansing breaths. And while I do that, I say, thank you, Lord, for today. I don't know how I made it through it, but I did. Whether that is the next morning already or whether that's before the next morning, because most of the time I'm burning the candle at both ends. It just is what it is. I try my best. I was doing really good, but lately, not so much. My friend, you are stronger than you think. So when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear, remember that you have the power to rise above it. Remember we did the episode earlier this week, Rise Above the Shadows. You can do it, my friend. Take that deep breath. Gather your inner strength. Right? Gather what you need to and keep moving forward. And when you are caught in the midst of exhaustion, I promise you this, you will find your resilience. You will find your determination. Your passion will continue to shine through because your strength lies within you. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.